that God finished before he began. Are we together? So anything that will be in your hands must first be in your mind. You don't succeed out of the blues. If you go to Eric, even though I'm not a producer, the first thing he has to listen to you before he can tell you whether you are singing garbage or you need to do something with yourself. Are we together? The same way, God could not just create everything, but he had to create everything to its perfection in his mind until man was on the ground. So he could not create a world that is manless, because the world was created for man. Are we together? Okay, let's make it better. The heavens and the world were created for man. That's why when we say God has never lived in heaven, he has never been in heaven, many people get confused. So where has he been? He is always where he has always been. Are we together? Let's go on. Thank you, those of you that have joined back. Please, if you know somebody that had joined, let them know. Just tag them on the broadcast so that they get to see that we are back once again. All right, let's proceed. So, God created something from what looked like nothing. Please write if you're writing. Let's move very fast. God created something from what looked like nothing. And so how did he do it? He did it by speaking it to being. He spoke what he needed to see. So I encourage you and I request you from this day, stop seeing what you are seeing and continue speaking to what you are seeing. Speak what you want to see. Stop seeing the lack. Stop seeing the poverty. Stop seeing the sickness. Stop seeing the failure. Stop seeing the difficult. Begin to speak what you want to see. So what are you saying this day? The same ability that God had has given it to his children. The ability to speak, and there is what they have spoken. That's why I told you, please be careful what you say. Whether you are down, you are low, or you are high, whichever area you find yourself, be careful what you say. Because your words carry creative power. Your words can create a good world for you. Your words can create hell here on earth for you. You might have said it, it has not happened, but it is waiting. Oh, listen to me. It is not when you turned the steering, the car turned. Did you hear me? You can turn the steering, but the car is stationary. It is in one spot. It is when you began to progress in life that you realized the tires were not straight and you begin to turn the wrong direction. When you turn the steering, do you see the tires turn? Thank God for the newer cars nowadays. If you turn from the dashboard, you can see my tires have turned to the left. But in the modern cars, if you turn, you don't know, you are not sure, but you know that I will go on the left because I have turned the steering. Your words are steerings. Are you hearing me? When you begin to speak positive, you began to turn. Are we together? And not every vessel turns at the same frequency or under the same circumference. If you turn, what do you call them? These big ships. If you turn a big ship, from the time the pilot, or rather, what do you call them? The captain. From the moment the captain started turning the thing, nothing was happening. But the thing started turning. Listen, from the time you began to confess positive words, your life began to turn. It may not be visible. It may not be exactly what people can see. But the more you continue to turn the thing began to turn to the direction where you began to turn it to. Where are your words turning you to? Are your words turning you to your expectations? Or your words are turning you to what can be destructive? Where are my words turning me to? So the ability and the capacity to speak and things happen has been given to the children of God. It's just a matter of time. Some people are just small cars. They spoke once and the thing turned. And they arrived at their destination. They arrived at what they expected. But some people are heavy load. They are heavy ship. It's a heavy ship. So you need to keep on turning. And the thing will eventually turn. But what happens if you stop confessing? When you began to confess, I cannot lack, I cannot be the tail, the thing began to turn. But many people, circumstances made them to stop their confession. Have you stopped your confession? Have you stopped speaking? James 3, 4-6 KJV. Everybody, very fast, let's go. Should have already have it queued. Oh, when the music comes, there will be no words to say. Oh, let's read together. 1, 2, 3. Behold, also the ships, which though they be so great. I use that so that I bring you here. And are driven of fierce winds, yet they are turned about with a very small end. You need to see what turns those ships. Withsoever the governor listened, or rather the captain wants is to go. Even so the tongue is a little member. This your mouth. The tongue is not the thing inside there. Your mouth is a little member and boasteth great things. Behold, how a great matter a little fire kindleth. And the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. So is the tongue among our members, that it defileth the whole body, and setteth on fire the course of nature. Your tongue can set a whole nature on fire. Your tongue can decide if tomorrow you will get out of that situation. Your tongue also can decide if you will keep on going deeper down. Are we together? So decide, what will you use your tongue for? Most people are only good at using their tongue to eat. They thank God. God placed it at the right place where the spoon can find it. How many people have ever missed their mouth with your spoon? Even if you were to look south and you just scoop something with your spoon, it will find itself where it needs to be. And most people are very grateful to God because it was placed right. No, it was placed right there for you to change the course of your destiny. Are we together? That's if you go to any witch doctor, what do? They use their mouth. It's mouth they use. Oh my goodness. Listen, if anyone wants to destroy your life, it's through words. If I want to break the relationship between Patricia and Angel Queen, it's words that I will use. Angel Queen, do you know this woman? Are you sure you want her to be close to you? And that is enough. Enough to make this girl begin to suspect this woman. Are we together? If anyone wants you fired, they don't need actions. Tongue, words. Be careful how you use it. The day you start speaking or confessing the expected end, always have this at the back of your mind. My life began to turn. And most people have aborted the process when they were almostly completely turned. They stopped. They began to have mixed confessions. Today you are moving to the right, you confess the wrong thing. The thing goes back to the old position. I cannot fail in life. My God is faithful. Basi hapa sijui kwanza I go slow na hii maombi ama ni church kwanza. I want to go to think about my life. What have you done? Reset yourself again. You are turning to the right side. You are confessing the right things. And your life was moving, navigating to the direction of your confession. But because of one word, you stared back again. So your life is zigzag. It moves, it goes back again. Moves. When will you ever get to where you need to get? How consistent are we with our words? There's a teaching I did. It's called Faith Unchanging. Please go and watch it. Faith Unchanging. Meaning what I began to confess, nothing can take me out of it. If I begin to say I am rich, I don't stop it. I don't stop it. With or without money, I don't stop it. I am rich. I can never lack. I can never be stranded. All things worketh for my good. There are people that are selling umbrella. Now they are in business. There are people selling boots. Now they are in business. But time ya kiangazi mulikuwa mnawachekelea. But they knew a day will come. They knew the day. People that sell Christmas cards, Christmas trees, they are never in a worry. They are never in a hurry. They know Christmas is coming again. We will just add on top of the stock that was left and add a little bit. They are so sure Christmas must come. So they store their things very well. What kind of a faith? What kind of a faith? So there are things when you start speaking, they may not begin to happen immediately, but just wait for them. Write this down. A person that carries words of hope can never be discouraged in life. A man, a woman that carries words of hope in their tongue, in their mouth, it is hard to discourage those people. Because they don't depend on what you say. They depend on what they say from their mouth. Don't let people speak on your behalf. Be the number one speaker of your own life. They say you are not beautiful. Say it to yourself more than enough times. When they say it, you say, I am aware of it. And it's not pride. I'm aware of it. Oh, you look good. I'm aware why I took time to look good. Some of you don't look good, but you want us to tell you look good. From where? You yourself, you are not convinced you look good. And you want me to tell you look good. How? And that's the problem of so many people. You want us to tell Eric, Eric unakaa vizuri. And we can tell. Everything is mismatched from head to toe. How do we tell you are looking good? We'll just tell you are doing well. You're doing well. But when you, if, like for example, Lizzie stand. Come, run here. Can you say this person did not take time to match what she's wearing? Can you say she did not take time? Oh, they say they can't see you. Come here so that they see you well. Can you say she did not take time? Look at the hair. Do you think it was picky, ponky? Put anything you want on my head. She deliberately looked for the style, knew where to go, and spoke to the person doing it. Even though you are the profession, you are the one who is doing my head. I know how I need it done. So don't do how you want it. Are we together? Please sit down. Can we put our hands together for Liz? So before you come outside from the house, can you look how you want everyone to know you look? You look. I'm so sure you looked in your mirror. Leah, is there a mirror? Kuna kamera mahali, si ndio? You checked. How do I look? You checked at your nails. Are they well done? There are people, oh my goodness. If you were to be told, put your nails like this, let's take a photo. You will think we have well diggers that use their hands. Unaona watu wanakuanga hii ni kucha, but at the end of the kucha, it's black. You might think they applied something at the end of their kuchas. You don't take care of it. My goodness. Nicholas is eating now his own. He's cutting with them. If I catch you doing like this, what can you be doing that? When you look good, Patricia, when you walk on the streets and they say, Madam, you are looking good. Thank you, I'm aware. Because I took time to look it. It is a deliberate thing I did. Listen, every day wake up, look like you are meeting with the president. Every day. Smell like you are meeting with the queen. And walk like you own the entire world, because you do. Your father is the owner of the entire world. You walk on it like you own it. Let's see this final example. Do you remember? Did you write what I told you? Those who carry words of hope can never be discouraged. Write this. You can't waste a person that speaks over their lives. Oh my goodness. You can never waste the mood of somebody that speaks over their lives. No matter how bad you want to speak them down, they have invested enough words over their lives that your words can never penetrate. The reason many people are affected by what people say is because you have not invested enough words on yourself. Words of hope, words of beauty, words of encouragement. If you have invested so much words over your life, nobody can waste your day. No, you can't. I've spoken so positive words over me that you can't waste my day. Are we together? Do you know in this world we are in a battle of words? Do you know that? Anyone that wants to help you later, they will use words. Are we together? Anyone also who wants to waste you will also use words. Anyone that would want you to never get a chance in life, they will use words. And the devil knows that very well. Look at the story of Goliath. The battle between David and Goliath began with words. Goliath used words to win over a whole army of Israel. No battle had been fought, but he was already declared winner because of words. Give us 1 Samuel. Give us 1 Samuel 17. Give us 1 to 2, then we will skip. Everybody? Now the Philistines gathered together their armies to battle, and were gathered together at Shechem, which belongeth to Judah, and pitched between Shoko and Azekah in Ephes Dammim. And Saul and the men of Israel were gathered together, pitched by the valley of Elah, and set the battle in array. In other words, they were ready to go to war. Every weapon was drawn against the Philistines. Now, skip, go to now exactly. And he stood and cried unto the armies of Israel. This is now Goliath. He stood and cried unto the armies of Israel. What did he do? And said unto them, why are you come out to set your battle in array? Am not I a Philistine, and ye servants of Saul? Can you see the discriminatory words he's using? Choose you a man for you, and let him come down to me. Continue. If he be able to fight with me, and to kill me, then will we be your servants. But if I prevail against him and kill him, then shall ye be our servants and serve us. You will not only just be servants, you will serve us. Servants that are serving. And the Philistines said, can you see? I defy the armies of Israel this day. Can you see he's using words? Words to intimidate. Words to make them afraid. Words to make them feel inferior. What has been said to you that has made you who you are? Everybody looks down on you. Everybody talks you down. And you have allowed them. Let me show you what happens if you allow somebody to keep on talking and you don't talk back. I guarantee you, even without David, if Eliab, David's elder brother, would have stood and said, I am coming, the entire Philistine army would have started shaking. Why? Somebody has responded. How are you responding to what is threatening you? This thing is too bad, Pastor. Oh, Pastor, I don't know what to do. Oh, Pastor, please pray for me. How? From where? Did you speak back to the Goliath that came to threaten you? Did you speak back at the very instance? Let's continue. And the Philistine said, I defy the armies of Israel this day. Give me a man. Give me a man that we may fight together. He is using words. What happens to Saul? When Saul and all Israel heard those words of the Philistine, they were dismayed and greatly afraid. They were not afraid by the swords they saw. They were not afraid by the size of the army. They were not afraid by the size of Goliath. But the words the man spoke. And the Philistine drew near morning and evening and presented himself. How many days? 40 days of words. That is 1 month and almost 11 days. A whole month, somebody comes, threatens you, and goes back. But your work is simple. Look at the work of the children of Israel. And as he talked with them beyond their camp, there came up the champion, the Philistine of God, Goliath by name, out of the armies of the Philistines, and spake according to the same words. And David, this time he met his match. You can speak, I can speak. If you speak, I can speak. I am aware of the power in my tongue. I know in my tongue I carry life, and I carry also a sword. And all the men of Israel, when they saw the man, what was their usual thing? Fled from him and were so afraid. What were they afraid of? How he spoke, the audaciousness of his words. And the men of Israel said, have you seen this man that is come up surely to defy Israel? Can you see now they are endorsing what he said? He said, I defy the armies of Israel. Now they are affirming the words. Surely this guy has come to defy Israel. Is come up, and it shall be that the man will kill. How can you be carrying this information? And you never rose a finger and told the king, King, I'm ready. You want to give me, you'll give me your daughter, and I will be exempted from taxes. I'm ready. Nobody dared it until one small shepherd boy came. The king will enrich him with great riches and give him his daughter and make his father's house free in Israel. And David spake to the man. Can you see now? He knew the power to speak. Don't be silent when they are negotiating deals around you. Eric, They are talking about a deal. Get inside. Excuse me, guys, what are you talking about? I heard you say 10 million. I heard you say 60 million. I want to know what is happening. Before they ask you, are you a millionaire? Don't worry. Just let's continue with the discussion. Let's continue. I have what to contribute. Let's continue. Don't allow people to speak greatness. You are around them and you're asking for selfie. Who bewitched you? And they repeated the same thing. Continue. Next. And the people answered him after this manner, saying, so shall it be done to the man that killed them. Continue. And Eliab, his eldest brother, heard when he spake unto the men. People will begin to talk back to you against what you have been speaking. People will be offended by your confessions. I can never be in want. Sister Eunice, give me then bus fare. I can never be in want. But it is in dollars. I've not exchanged. And the bureaus are closed. If they don't understand that language, tell them, give me space. We are not in the same spiritual realm. Are we together? I'm confessing what I want, not what you want me to be. Are we together? And Eliab's anger was stood against David, and he said, why comest thou hither? And with whom hast thou left those few sheep in the wilderness? I know thy pride and thy naughtiness of thine heart. For thou art come down that thou might see the battle. Continue. And David, even if you are my brother, I can't allow your words just to sing on me. He had to respond something. And David said, what have I now done? Is there no cause? Is there any reason for you to talk to me like this? And David, he knew this is not my enemy. My enemy is Goliath. Let me put aside Eliab. And he turned from him toward another and spake after the same manner. And the people answered him again after the former manner. Continue. And when the words, listen, there is a way you can be speaking in life. And when they are mentioning names in high places, they say, King, there is somebody I know. They are confident with what they say. If you can place them in this department, they will be of great help. But you don't speak. Who will ever mention you to anyone? When the words were heard, which David spake, they were rehearsed before Saul, and they sent for him. Begin to speak words that make you asleep. Speak words that people would want to hear. David did not project himself to the king, but they saw how he spake. Listen, they didn't say how his height. They did not give a description of where he's coming from. They did not give a description who is connected with David in the army. But his words spoke for him. Can your words be rehearsed somewhere? What you say to yourself every day, can they be repeated anywhere? And David said to Saul, let no man's heart. Can you see the kind of words he used to speak? He has not killed Goliath. He has not yet met him. But look at his speech. No, let no man's heart fail because of him. Thy servant will go and fight this Philistine. And Saul said, another discouragement, thou art not able to go against this Philistine, to fight with him. For thou art but a... When they spoke about the man who was speaking, I didn't know you are just this small. I didn't know you are this size. I thought your words are equal to your eyes. Listen, let your words be so big than your appearance. Let people hear what Leah speaks, and when they meet her, they are confused. Some of you, because of this teaching today, how you will begin to speak, people will think you own a company in this city. I'm not kidding. They are coming to you to meet the CEO. Why? Because of the boldness of your speech. But if your speech every day is how things are not working, everyone that listens to you goes home to take headache medicine, because of how they are pitying you. You cannot go out to fight with him, for thou art but a youth, and he has been a man of war from his youth. Look at David. And David said unto Saul, so don't be intimidated by my size. Let me give you my CV. Thy servant kept his father's sheep, and there came a lion and a bear, and took a lamb out of the flock. Of course, you know what happened after they did it. Thy servant slew both the lion and the bear, and this uncircumcised. How did he know he's uncircumcised? I don't care. All I know is, as long as he is facing me, it will be evident he is not circumcised. Because I will put everything very bare. Shall be as one of them, seeing he hath defied the armies of the living God. And David said, moreover, look at this. The Lord that deliver me out of the paw of the lion and out of the paw of the bear, he will deliver me out of the hand of this Philistine. And Saul said unto David, go, and the Lord be with you. Continue. And when the Philistine looked about and saw David, he disdained him, for he was but a youth and ruddy and of a fair countenance. Continue. And the Philistine did what? Like all the other days. He said unto David, am I a dog that thou comest to me with staffs? And the Philistine cast David. Why did Goliath use his gods? He became afraid. I don't know about anything else. But if a tiny guy like this can be approaching a giant like me, there must be a power behind. And he invoked the name of his gods. In other words, he began to call the name of his gods. So that even if I cannot fight this tiny guy, my gods can take over. And also David knew the same thing. Let's continue. And the Philistine said unto David, am I a dog? Go to the next scripture. He cast David by his God. And the Philistine said to David, come to me, and I will give thy flesh. Can you see the threats of words? Unto the fowls of the air and the beasts of the field. David did not allow him to say another word. Then said David to the Philistine, thou comest to me with a... Let me repeat what you have just used. Listen, this is the kind of boldness you should have when you are speaking to situations. You came to me in this manner. I am about to use the same road you used to succeed in it. I'm about to use the same equipment that you are coming to destroy me with to rise above life and destiny. Thou comest to me with a sword and with a spear. I thank you because I didn't carry a sword with me, but you have brought it to me. There's a movie I watched some time ago. It's called Agent 47. How many people have ever seen that movie? Agent 47. Ah, good. The rest are very born again. Don't worry. In that movie, the Agent 47, he is arrested and brought into a prison. And they lock everywhere. And they bring his gun to him. Say, this is the weapon you are using to terrorize people. And he tells the guy inside the cell, do you know we are locked here? It is you who is locked in this place. And the agent says, no, you are locked inside here with me. He said, how? I'm the one with the gun. He said, no, you just brought me my gun. Let me show you how I use it. And by the time he knows it, the guy is free from the jail. Please don't go to watch movies. You come to me with a spear and with a shield. How? But, okay, is that a but? But I come to you in the name, number one, of the Lord of hosts, the God of the armies of Israel, whom thou hast defiled. Go next scripture, just go next. This day will the Lord deliver thee into my hand, and I will smite thee and take thy I heard from thee. Listen, he began to tell the guy what will happen. He began to prophesy to the problem of Israel, how it will be dealt with. Why can't you begin to tell that problem how it will end? Speak to that situation. Tell it how it will end, how it will, oh my goodness. When it will end, give it a timeline. This is how you will end. This is the day you will end. And this is how I will triumph over you. Why can't you do it like David? And I will smite thee and take thy head from thee. And I will give the carcasses of the horse of... Listen, not only will I kill you, Goliath. Goliath, get out of the picture. You are already dead. All the Philistines behind you, today they are about to be food to the birds of the air. So I will not only deal with you, I will deal with your backbone. Those who are standing to support you, those who are cheering you on as you are coming to fight the God's people. Why can't you carry the same audacity? The Philistines this day, unto the fowls of the air, and to the wild beasts of the earth, that all the earth may know that there is a God in Israel. Why can't you take this scripture, personalize it? Your problem, let me sit you down today. Let me explain to you how your end will be. Did it happen or not? Did it happen or not? With precision. With precision. I did not carry sword, but the sword you came with, it is what I will use to separate your body and your head. Because it seems that is what disturbing you every time. This thing you used to speak too much, let me separate it from the body. Let's see if your carcass can speak alone. Use words. Use words. Verse 40. We are in 40 what? We have finished service. We can't continue beyond here. Write this down as we, under 1 minute, then we go. What are you saying back to what is confronting you? Personalize that question. What am I saying back to the Goliath that is confronting me? Goliath can be that issue, that sickness, that pain, that lack, that stagnation. What are you saying back to it? Write this. Your words are your first line of victory and defense. Your words are your first line of victory and defense. Meaning, use them immediately. Don't wait until tomorrow. Strike it when it is hot. And also your words can be your failure and your defeat. The first words you used can bring victory or failure or defeat. Write this. Refuse to be molded. Do you know what it to mold? Refuse to be molded by negative words. I told you words create. Don't let them create fear in you. Don't let words create despair in you. Don't let words make you feel useless and worthless. Don't let anyone use their mouth to create or mold something unwanted in your life. So there are many things and many people speaking against you. So don't be silent. Don't be silent. When you go silent, the words of your enemies overshadow your destiny. When you go silent, what they said takes root in your life. They said you can't make it. They said it 100 times. Listen, ask any Muslim. At least you are watching one who was. If they want to do anything or affect any life, they write your name and call it over even 1,000 times. Eunice Oyuayo, Eunice Oyuayo, Eunice Oyuayo, Eunice Oyuayo. Until there is a charge in the atmosphere, then they speak words. Are you hearing me? Some of you, go and call your name and begin now to denounce what was said to your own life and begin to announce what should begin to happen in your life, including your entire family. What was said to this family? Let me use the Oyuayos because it's easy to use them. You call that name until you sanctify it. Are we together? Oh my goodness. Please, I beg you, go and try it. Call your name in the many times you can. Then after you feel the atmosphere charged, begin to prophesy over your life. Lindsay, you will make it. Lindsay, you will be married. Lindsay, you will fly abroad. Lindsay, you will gather money. Lindsay, you will shine. Lindsay, you will overcome. Lindsay, you call everything you want into your name. I'm going to do it today myself. I don't teach you what I don't go to do. I'm going to do it. So that anywhere they mentioned my name for any evil, I reverse it. Our grandpapa was on. One day went to a mountain to pray. This is a story he told us himself inside church. He found people jumping on his photo. Pastors, pray. It is our season. So let this man retire. Let this man retire. We take over. We take over his grace. We take over. He joined them. Camouflage and joined them. He waited, whoever jumps, he jumps. I take over myself again. I take over myself. I redeem myself back again. I take over my life. Ask if Mama, she's listening, she can affirm what I'm saying. There are people that have mentioned your name over 1,000 times. Go home, mention your name over 2,000 times. And after you mention over those times, begin to speak to your name. I dare you, do it and see what will happen. Go and call your name, then you begin to prophesy to your name. What do you want that thing to happen? Is it a project? Call its name. I told you there is no nameless things. Please, do it. By the time we gather here on Wednesday, you will hear things you have never heard. If they said you will not make it, say, I will make it. Because your words are superior than their words. Your words are superior than their words. Refuse to be silent in your confessions of faith. Stand up, be on your feet. Refuse to be silent. Lift up your voice and make that simple prayer. I refuse to be silent. Let's begin it right now. Under just less than 2 minutes, I want you to speak over your life. And I will not be silent. I want everybody, if you have a mic, can you please help me? I want you to blast and begin to call your name and begin to declare, I must succeed. I must make it. I was not created to be sickly. I was not created to be average. I refuse an average life. I refuse a toiling life. I refuse it. I refuse it. A sickly life. I refuse it. I refuse it. I cannot be at the bottom. I cannot be average. I refuse it. I refuse it. Ashike balato sopa. Erite tola. Eshike tola paya. I take back my authority. I take back my shining. I take back my rising. I take back my money. I take my prosperity. I take back the members of this commission. I was not created to be a borrower. I was not created to face difficulties. My family is redeemed. My children are redeemed. No sickly person around me. No failure around me. No one that is poor around me. I refuse a low life. I refuse to be buried in obscurity. I refuse to be the tail. I refuse it. I refuse it. What has been said concerning me? What has been prophesied against me? I reverse those words. I reverse those words. Their words are wasted. Their intentions are wasted. In life and destiny, I must make it. In ministry, say I must rise, I must shine. Ayotole brando zota. Doors of nations are open unto me. And let us satire. I am a flame that is set ablaze. And men are coming to the shining of my light. Shagadozo satire. Oh, the influence of God over my life and destiny is impacting lives around the globe. I am a global figure. I am a global figure. I refuse loco. Ashile Masia, Eroso Sataya, Eleberedo Sotaya, Eshagadabaya. No challenge can bring me down. No agenda of hell that can frustrate the program of God in my life. Shatataya, Shalaba, Shataya. Oh, my children, they are shining stars. My family cannot be buried in obscurity. My wife, she is a shining light and a burning flame. Our relevance in this generation as a ministry, it shall not fade away. Our impact shall not fade away. Ashigele bratozotaya, shagala baradisetaya, ele baragada sataya, oh shalabarata satala, oh shitele brada.